critical race theory to me, remember this is to me, is basically, it's just black history, really, but it's not, it's black history being incorporated into American history, because what's fucked up is American history, you know, and we're going to talk about it on some, when I get people in here who really have an opinion about it. I'm just giving you like a lightweight joint. It's just basically white folks being told about how fucked up they were to us. That's what critical race theory is, all right? That's just white folks being uncomfortable, you know, in a classroom, you know, because they still want to paint the picture of America being so fucking perfect. And it's like, America, you're built on fuck shit. You're built on it. Let's just talk about it. Like,
and they don't teach any of that in schools.
Yeah, and I grew up thinking everybody was dope. Like, oh, George Washington was a cool dude, never told a lie, chopped a cherry tree down. And then I go to college, and I'm going in a African-American studies class, and goes, George Washington had slaves. He sold a slave for a bag of molasses. He was a fucking criminal, blah, 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 blah. What? What? Hell yeah, he had slaves. They wanted slavery. They signed that shit. Black people were 3/5 human beings. You know? Like, that's all in the country.
And that was being progressive back then, like 3/5. Like,
yeah.
You're welcome.
If you don't know your fractions, you're lucky you ain't 1/4, motherfucker. Get over there. You know, it's 3/5 human. We were 3/5 human. Phew.
And it was, what was it, 3/5 compromise? Like, that was there, like, well, we can't give you a full person.
What the fuck? Imagine being 3/5 human. Here's the thing about history. It has to be taught the right way, because the way that we're treated, African Americans are treated, there has to be a source to this shit. You can't just go, oh, they just started being like, where is this coming from? They don't want us to fucking figure out where it's coming from, you know? And to me, it's a shame that some whites are like, no, that's not right. What? Like, the reason why African Americans are treated the worst is because you can't find a lot of Native Americans that were even treated because they were decimated. Native Americans are fucking gone damn near. That's why they're not in the fucking conversation, really. They're fucking gone, most of them. Because this whole shit was all Native American. And they're fucking gone. That is why black people are the subject of fucking the hate the most. Because imagine if there were like as many Native Americans as there were black people like walking around. It'd be them too. It'd be like, we don't want Native American race theory. Fuck all that shit. Because imagine if we go, we're not only talking about black, but we're talking about Native American history too. We're bringing that in too. What, you're not going to talk about that shit?
No, I want to hear about how we sat down and had meals with them. We had buckles on our hats.
That's what they told us. They said,
I remember seeing pictures in my classroom as a kid of like a
shaking
half
hands.
Indians.
The Indian shaking hand with the guy with the buckle.
Like they would ever touch their hand.
Yeah. They would do this, and it was like, yes, and they ate the meal together. And
they had what's the thing with the fruit in it? A corkia?
Oh, the cornucopia?
Cornucopia, there you go.
They had the cornucopia shit. And
sure we did.
And I was like, wow. And then you start traveling, and you go and you meet Native Americans, and you go, do you know what the fuck they did to us? I'm like, what? What? What the fuck? Yeah, we're on reservations and this shit, and so we can't learn. Listen, if the whole white race decided to stop being so fucked up all the time, if they decided to not call people names, if they decided to close the wealth gap, not segregate and redline, which they're still doing,